it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized, hate everything about me and what I provide, and decide to leave. Yeah, welcome to the shittiest post that I'm ever gonna make. There's a lot to it, and I'm not gonna go into it, okay? But suffice to say, after providing and going on the Disney World trip, which included the funeral for my mom, I got up to day 6, I think, on that, because it all broke down at Magic Kingdom. Fucking ironic. And I didn't post anything after that, because when we got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia, I was greeted with the announcement from Jayanne that she wanted a separation. And then I discovered through text that she had been discussing this with her family and making plans to also take the children. So, that's heavy, right? That's a nuke. And I'm gonna go into my bunker. So I came downstairs in my nice 4-story mansion and just stayed by myself through Christmas Eve and through Christmas Day. And I missed Christmas with my children. My in-laws, my mother and my father-in-law, and Jayanne, they proceeded to open the presents without me. Presents of which, all of which I bought. Yeah, the separation is a separation. I'm lucky enough to have a big house, and the logistics of it can be met right away, but I spent Christmas utterly by myself. And it's coming up on New Year's Eve, and I'm still alone. Because there's no communication from her. Why? Because she's communicating with her parents. She has the total backing and validation of her parents. Plus TikTok. All external sources of validation. And it's my position, my feelings are not relevant. She's got it figured out. She's got a plan. I'm waiting to hear what the plan is, and we'll see what happens from that point. But I'm pretty. I'm at peace with what has occurred, what could occur. I am done being Mr. Fix-It. Fix-It Felix. I'm not going to be the simp, nice guy, Fix-It Felix anymore. A relationship takes 2 people. And she made the decision for the separation. She's made the announcement and made plans with family to take our children back to the Philippines. And she's an adult. She has accountability. It's on her to come to me and explain to me what her plan is, such that it is, and what can be done about it. So, surprise, no more countdown with the great fun in Disney World. It was a fucking disaster. And, that's the truth. Social media is not about the truth, but I'm about the truth, so that's what I give you. Thanks. Woke up this morning to almost 1,400 comments on my last post about my wife requesting a separation. And the only thing I'm going to say about that right now, and not get into any details, although I know you all want to, hear more of the story, is that the reason I went public with what's going on. And I did that because I believe in this situation, transparency is the most important thing. I think it's the most important thing in any problem. Just be honest. Now, we've gotten to this point because there's been a little bit of dishonesty from Jayanne in the form of texting with her family and people behind my back, discussing things that she really should have just come to me with first. That was our agreement from the beginning of our relationship. We've struggled with it, and that deal was broken. And so I'm not talking to anybody behind her back. I'm talking about our problem to the world. so that there's no mistake that I am sincere and authentic in everything that I think and feel. I may not be right, and I'm probably not right in a lot of cases along the path that has gotten to this point. And I will be the first to admit my mistakes where I'm somewhat the bad guy. But overall, transparency is the key. And this is the new digital age we live in. This is a form of communication. Jayann and I are not talking. And maybe it'll make things worse. Maybe it'll make things better. I don't know. But at this point, I just want a way forward without me making unilateral decisions and pulling triggers, right? So stay tuned, because I would love nothing more than for Jayann to come online with me and say what she wants, to, you know, tell us her plan, right? To see where this can be fixed, if it's fixable at all. Honesty and authenticity. That's all I want. Thanks. It's the morning of New Year's Eve. Tomorrow will be 2025. And Jayann and I, we still haven't spoken. But last night I saw Race and Rocky after an appointment. I brought home McDonald's, and I just put it on the counter, and I sat on the living room couch. And Race came down first. I didn't even know he was where he was. I didn't even know he was behind me. He came up behind me on the couch and just tapped me on the shoulder. And then Rocky came down the stairs, and she shouted, "Papa!" and bounced down. Both of them climbed up on the couch with me and just started jabbering away. It'd been a week since I'd seen them. And I moved them to the kitchen counter, and I busted out the French fries and the McNuggets, and they gobbled it up. I had texted Jayann that I was going to be bringing home McDonald's for the kids, and she gave a thumbs up to that, so all was good. And then after they wolfed down the more fries, Rocky said, "Up, up," which means she wanted to get down from the stool. And then she took my hand and she led me to the living room, where we have a big movie screen, and she jumped up on the lazy boy, and Race joined us, munching on more nuggets, and I put on Monsters, Inc., and we watched a movie for about 45 minutes, and Rocky got tired, and she scrambled back upstairs, and Race stayed with me until he fell asleep. So I carried him up, and I put him down against Jayann's back, and I left them together so they could sleep, and I came back downstairs. Of all the comments that I've received on the last video that I did, the ones that stand out are the people saying that I neglected my children on Christmas. I didn't neglect them. My staying away and my staying downstairs is to honor the separation, but it's also for everyone to see what that means, what that separation means. It was intentional. And I am heartbroken by it, but the stakes are high, and everyone needs to act with intention and clarity. So that's an update. Thank you.
Welcome to the top floor of my 4-story mansion in Honolulu, Hawaii on New Year's Eve 2025. And you know why I know that my Americanized Filipino wife is not gonna leave me? She's pregnant. She may not love me, she may not want me, but she needs me. And that's what love is based on, need. Don't fucking kid yourselves, okay? Let's enjoy this New Year's Eve.